Rah. Rah, bah, 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 bah. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Bob. Oh, hi, sad cucumbers. Hello, Sir Edwin. Hello. Anthony's here. Hello.
One day. Today? Probably not. Too many butterflies out today. Cupcat will be distracted by the flutterbies.
I love butterflies. I love butterflies. I love butterflies. Guys, so I'm currently advertising the stream. I apologize. And Cam. Hey. Thumbnail 98. But no, it will look good to actually no, we're doing the metallics today. Hopefully. I mean, we were meant to be doing it last week. I'm going to realise that actually it'll be best to do the blues today. Last time. Not last week. Was it last week? It was on Sunday, wasn't it? Sunday. Sunday. There's Sunday. Painting. Actually, we are painting again this Sunday. Slot 5,000 already. Website watching simulator incoming. I don't think there's anything new on the website. Do you want me to check? I can check for you if you want. If you really, but only if you want me to check the website for you. If there's anything new to look at, you know. Hi, Nick. What we're gonna do. I think it's a long and arduous process. Especially for the easily distracted cupcake. Especially for an easily distracted cup. And how do you spell arduous? Arduous. 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 A-U. Arduous. Okay, it's A-R. Okay. Control C. Control V. Post. Post. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You're not winning much, are you, at the moment, you guys? Remember, no gamba. It's like that one mission in, what's it called? One of those Call of Duty. What's it Call of Duty? I don't know. Where it's like no Russian, no gamba. Remember, no gamba. Sorry, so I was listening to music. Started before the stream. And then I copy this thing over here, so I'm advertising, I'm sharing it to Reddit. Unfortunately, the cameras and everything's like in my way. Control V. Post! Yeah! Okay, it's posting. It's posting. My internet's being slow today. It's still posting. I figured out how to get my 4G working on my phone, though. I did it. I'm intelligent. I'm great. I'm amazing. I can see everything. Hi, the other the non-rusty Anthony. Hi, Tony. Bob and I are committed. Yeah, you're losing money, though. Sprinkles, rather. This will be the last one for today. Okay, I'll hold you to that. I'll hold you to that accountability. Is it going to be a jackpot? 7? Oh. Close, but no cigar. A certain mysterious virtuosa. Hello. What's all this then? Yeah, okay. Oh, that's what you want me to do. You wanted me. You were talking about going to the website. It's like, okay, we can go there if you want to. We can go there. Oh, what's it? Blue. Stealthy killer robots. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's a plan to kill, to unalive a War Master on Warhammer TV. Oh, an assassination of a nation. Gamble more. Or the gamble to quit right before we win big. That's a lie. That's a lie. You're colouring your figures today? Yeah! Also, you got this guy, Scourge of Gyron, gifts them for Blood God in Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Look how cool he is. I want him in 40k. I've only got this. Robot's a stealthy killer. Look at that. Oh, it's cool artwork. I love it. Oh, it's a cool model. I love it. Once per battle round, it can target this unit with a fire overwatch or heroic intervention. A 0 CP. Oh. And they have infiltrators and stealth on a robot with a big old gun. I can get 3 overwatch. And a 3+ save and a 5+ toughness save. Okay, they're not too tough. They're not too hard to get rid of, but for facts that they're stealthy and they've got infiltrators and a big old gun and 3 stratagems. Makes them pretty cool. But yeah, we're painting today. So as you can see, we've got a long I'm actually going to turn off for now my air conditioner. I had to turn it on because it was getting really warm in here. Oh, look at that Neurolictor. Look at my Neurolictor. So cute. But yeah. So for those who don't know, this is a finished model I already did ages ago. It was using a different method. And we're using a contrast method now. The white shoulder pad wasn't greatly done. And it was hard. This is a very rough idea of just getting basic colours on the model to give you an idea of what I'm going for with this scheme. They're from the 6th detachment, which is purple shoulder pad, but for the 1st assault squad, the 1st Crusader squad of the 6th detachment. So yeah, this is a very rough idea of what he should look like in the end for each of these models. There's still a lot of work to be done. Like I need to do highlights, I need to make that gold. I need to make these chains look a bit older and degraded, a bit like that. You know, that's what we're going to go for. You know, bronze. Yeah. That means you have to paint Thousand Suns. I do finish model. Look, this is a finished model. And he's called Guns McGee. Guns McGee because he's got a pistol in one hand, a pistol in the other hand, and a big old gun on his back. Guns McGee, they call him. Guns McGee. But yeah, as you can see, we're going through one step at a time. So we just did the base colour of blue on them. Now we're going to do... I think I've got to start with perhaps some lead belcher. All these helmets are going to be lead belcher. And all these chainsaw blades are going to be lead belchered. Then what we'll probably do is... get bronze on them. So this colour bronze, which is Balthasar gold. And we're going to do that on all of these little things here. Where is it? There's one of these already have a chest plate piece done in bronze. Oh yeah, it's going to be on all these things. All those things. The little belt buckles. Those things, the chains and the wrist blade, and then the motor on the chainsaw, all got to be bronzy bronze, and any other decoration on them. Oh, things like these little blades here are also going to be lead belted, and like knives on them. The little skull there is going to be lead belted, and so is the guard on the chainsaws. I'm also going to lead belcher pistol. Not lead belcher, that's going to be bronze. That's going to probably be for bronzy colour. They're probably going to be lead belchery coloured. That's going to be bronzy coloured. Ooh, the grenades on them are going to be lead belcher coloured. Well, do you know the ammo clips to from might be Lead Belcher 2? Hi, Raymond Lasmussen, VTuber painting Warhammer models, Insta sub. Thank you, Raymond. I always find it funny that Balthasar gold is not gold. Yeah, I think it's because it's probably an in-joke. Ow. But, you know, Balthasar Goat, he turns things into gold. Like, he turns bronze into gold. I think one of the big things he did was, like, go to Marienburg and churn loads and loads of bronze into gold. And then he spent the money everywhere. And after 24 hours, all of the money, the gold money and stuff, he splashed out everywhere. And, like, he did it for, like, equivalent of millions upon millions of dollars worth of, like, stuff. Just gold thrown around. And then it all turned back to bronze. And it all became worthless, so overnight he effectively crashed the economy. But because it was all bronze and copper and stuff, I think that's one of the reasons why it's Balthasar gold, because if you're getting gold from Balthasar, it's probably not real gold. Or not for very long anyway. The channel name does not lie. Yay! No, why I turn into a cat? And I noticed there was a cat before, but I realised I never responded. No VTuber here, only a cat painting models. Yeah. Actually, I'm not a cat. I'm a cupcake that's kind of shaped like a cat for a moment. Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is Cuptle over here. Cuptle can speak if you use the commands that are in the, you know, a description, that's it. But it might take a few minutes to start earning enough sprinkles.
Marienburg whenever Gelt has a funny, he can't keep getting away with this. He can't keep getting away with IT.
With IT? Cuptle! That says it, not IT. I think it's because both letters were capitalised. Ah! Ah! But yeah, I think it's not looking too bad at the moment. The little robes look nice, although they definitely need some highlights on them. But at the moment, they remind me a bit of doing like a burned tortilla chip or something. There was something like being over-baked crisp. But yeah. What should I do first? Bronze. Or lead belcher. You know what? I'll just go with whatever paint to find first. Oh, I've already found the gold. Never mind. We'll go with Balthasar gold. Yeah. He can't keep getting away with it. Yes, he can. He can't keep... Okay. That's Jesse Pinkman saying that, wasn't it? You know, you can't keep getting away with it. It's like, Jesse, he can get away with whatever he wants. You know why? Because he's the one who knocks. Alma, hello. You're sick. Oh. No, yo, did a cupcake. Bulbasaur just talk. Am I tripping? No, that's Cuptle. This is Cuptle, like Cupcake Turtle. And Cupcake Turtle can speak if you use the commands in the description. It is like exclamation mark. If you type exclamation mark say before your comment, and then you just like write whatever you want in chat after the exclamation mark say, Cuptle will say it, as long as it's not anything rude, because Cuptle is heavily moderated. Otherwise, I say something like, cupcakes don't say such things. Rah! Okay, I want a thin through. Ah! I want a thin one. Let's move a bright white paper a bit off the screen so it's not blinding everybody. There we go. Yeah. Okay, we'll paint. All the way around. The cat is still on for one evading imperial tax. I would never invade imperial taxes. I would pay for tithe on time every day of the week. Oh yeah, I hope you get better. My mother's been feeling unwell recently. And she's been describing like my entire chronic illness. It's like, that sounds like what I'm going through every day. It's like, I know, it's weird. And I'm like, you're probably stressed a little bit. That's me. Cat still lives despite not paying imperial tithe. Must be what? No, I do pay for imperial tithe, and I think rogue traders pay for tithe most of the time. In fact, it's because they pay so much money that the imperium gives them such leniency to do things, as long as they keep paying and bringing in the big bucks. The imperium doesn't care what the rogue trader does. As long as it's not too heretical, like worshipping chaos. Working with Xenos, that's okay. Having a bunch of mutants work for you, that's also okay. I say it's okay. As long as you don't advertise it, and as long as you pay your taxes. Madame, you the cat. I'm not a cat. I'm not. I'm just a cupcake-shaped cat. No, I'm a cat-shaped cupcake. Oops. Right now. The new stuff. The new stuff. Hi, Valid Weeb. How ya doing? Been a while again. I hope everything's going well for ya. Hi, girly. The grim dark to the 40k setting, taxes are still a thing. Yep. That's what makes it so grim and dark. To be fair, as long as there is a government organisation of some form trying to take charge and lead people, a tax will still have to exist. Because otherwise the government won't be able to afford to do it. Unless it's run. The only exception to that is if a government owns all of the businesses and he, instead of taxing you, uses the profits of those businesses to, you know, pay for everything. But then if a business start performing poorly, then the government won't have the money, you know, it needs to spend. And even then, it might not make enough money because I believe it's like the East India Trading Company had to get like so many loans from the government to keep around. And that's like the biggest company to ever exist. Very, very expensive and ate into its profit. Wi-Fi died. Oh, did my Wi-Fi? Oh, my Wi-Fi didn't die. Maybe it did. No, to be honest, I failed my entrance exam and got to try again. Got to study more and harder. Oh no! I'm sorry to hear that. Went offline for a bit. Oh no. Might have been me on my end if it affected everybody. Oh, I was talking about tax. My internet has been a bit spotty today, so... East India Trading Company. Thanks for the head pats. Yeah. Comes with territory, just like how living in the cities makes me hate people. Yeah. Thankfully, I've never lived in a city. I always kind of wanted to, but then I realised cities are a lot more densely populated than I thought they would be. I just wanted to live in a concrete jungle. I had no plants or nature in it because I got hay fever. Let's try a different brush. One's very small. Good for painting the evil, but not everything else. So happy for you. Yeah! Okay, I wasn't on for a while, but 4.8k subs. Wait, do I have 4. I think it's 4.58. 4.58k subs. Yeah. Thank you. We've been growing. We've been growing. Yes, girl. Yeah. And every see my little chippy model and everything else. I've even got a little like debut law video for not law video. I got a debut highlights video for it. Yeah. Anyway, it's night here, so I gotta sleep. Have fun painting. Fellow Warhammer artistic. Oh, thank you. I hope you sleep well. Dream of cupcakes, but don't eat any because cupcakes are friends, not food. Ah, this is getting better. It's actually getting paint onto the model. Just have to be careful now because I don't want to have to correct putting metal in the wrong place. Oh, have you heard what they're doing? The Warhammer Schools event is coming up, where all of the video games are going to be making like announcements and whatever. It's like, ooh, I love it. I'm hoping they show the same concept art for Worm, art for Warhammer Total War 3. You know, like on a video. Like, we've been working on new models. You might have seen this already before. Actually, I'm seriously hoping that they bait and switch people. Like, they go, hey, we've been working on the new DLC and we got something super special to show you. And then on the video, they just instantly show you the same worm, the exact same images and stuff we've already seen. And then they immediately replace it with like something huge. Like, hey, Koresh or whatever it's called is coming. The snake people. My waifus. Still remember you had like 100 subs then? Yeah! 100 photos. My waifus! Yeah! If you like snake girls, then yeah. Yeah, I remember having like 100 subs. You're one of the first people. And I played Teardown. Wasn't that like your first stream you came into a Teardown stream? I've managed to grow pretty well since then. I need to get productive again. I need to get productive. I need to be making shorts and stuff. That's what really brings in subs and new people to the channel. And gets YouTube to be like, hey, I should promote this person's content because they just made a short. If they're making shorts, their live streams must be good. Oh goodness, it's so warm today. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn the air conditioner back on. I'm gonna have to turn over my shoulder and look at the air conditioner. Oh. Yep, that should be working fine. Now, with Warhammer, one of the things I find a bit difficult sometimes is the fact that my favourite chapter is the Black Templar chapter, and I really like the Krieg models, which is all well and good, but then you find out that Black Templar and Krieg both have a reputation for getting certain people to like them, you know, certain very bad people. It's like, oh, it makes sense. I mean, it's like a Black Templar inspired by the Crusades, and you know, the entire thing of saying Deus Vult, which the Crusader Kings people ended up, there were people who make Crusader Kings, like their tagline was Deus Vult. And it turns out that's being used by modern bad people. And where's my little tissue bag? The little tissue for drying brushes. It's like, oh. But I like Black Templar because of a funny Monty Python chapter that got the Holy Grenade of Antioch. The Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch, which I first learnt about thanks to the video game Worms. We Crusader Kings people are trying to take it back. I mean, but it still has some weird connotations anyway, considering it's on the Crusades. And glorifying the Crusades is a bit crazy. Like, I don't think Crusader Kings glorifies the Crusades at all. Like, people are like, the Crusades absolutely suck, the AI's terrible, that's it, the logistics are bad and everything. It's like, yeah, that's just how the Crusades work. Okay, actually, the AI being terrible is a bit too much. It's like the Black Templars don't even glorify it that much. They're one of the most, you know, crazy chapters. Hated by other Space Marines quite often. Well, not all of them are. But it's like, it's a chapter that calls itself, you know, the most loyal chapter on all of these things. It's funny watching 100,000 kids walking off to their destruction. It's great watching the Crusades when you have nothing to do with it. And you just see the different Crusades and Jihads going back and forth. It's like, ah. I'm glad I have nothing to do with it. I'm just over here in India doing my own thing. It's in Ireland. Canada supremacy. It's Canada. Oh, Scandinavia. Sometimes you are at risk of being crusaded if you are in Scandinavia. If you don't choose one of the Christian religions. I think my favourite time in Crusader Kings, though, was looking over to... was finding out for what's a jihad, actually, if deal for, somewhere in Europe. I was like, what? Oh, they've managed to actually launch a jihad. I've then looked over, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Oh no, the person who called it, yeah, was a French king or something. That was it. The person who called a jihad, a great jihad, for whatever, was like a French king. I was like, what? What? It's like the French Caliphate. Well, it actually wasn't called that, but then I was like, this is weird. It's because it was before they did, you know, the Iberia update. And before that, the Islamic groups in South Iberia would often end up conquering the entire of Iberia and then conquering France. Oh, that was a funny times. Or when you hear about like a crusade to take England and you look over at England and for some reason you just got like a random African religion there. It's like, what? Nowadays you get more random religions appearing though, thanks to lone, or what they call for adventurers. You just get a random adventurer, ends up like meeting a king somewhere, and the king adopts their... And because it's like it adopts their religion, and because it's for an event, I think it instantly changes for like the religion of all the vassals and stuff below them. And the AI doesn't have as many restrictions as the player does. When it comes to those kinds of events. They can just sometimes like have an entire empire just... Like one of the times when we were playing it and the religion of a Byzantine empire just randomly changed. I played 3 for like a month, I went back to 2. Oh, I've only ever played 3. I've seen 2, but the UI for 2 and the entire optics of it just makes me want to play 3 instead. I'm just so sad that 3 came out with so little in it. That's the one thing I don't like about Paradox games. It's when they release like a new game in the series, it's barely got anything in it. It's like they released 200 DLC for the previous game. That basically turned it into a full complete game by the end. I've ever released a new game and it's like, yeah, nothing exists in this game currently. Yeah, it looks really nice, but it's like when I first played, I thought this is cool, but then the more I looked at it, the more empty it kind of felt of the, you know, content. Like, you go into the Middle East or Africa and it's just... There wasn't really anything there. I mean, for people there, for characters there, but it wasn't really that different from just playing in Europe. And then you go over to the East and it's like even more like playing in Europe. It's like, what? This isn't how the game, this isn't what I was promised. And then you look at 2 and it's like, okay, so in 3 I can't play as a Republic, in 2 I can. In 3 I can't play as a Theocracy, but in 2 I can. None of these things exist in 3, and there's still so much that 3 doesn't have in it. It's like, And that's just a thing I don't like about it. Like, yeah, nice models and a nice map and making it... It's far more playable and palatable for the average person to play free. You just get some mods to make 2 look like free. But yeah, 2 just... Well, the thing is, if I want to buy 2, I'm going to have to wait for all of the DLC to go on sale, because otherwise I'm just buying 3 and it looks... I'm just buying the same as 3, but it doesn't look as nice. There's a base game for both of them, kind of barely has anything in it. I just don't understand it. Like, that's why I like, you know, the Warhammer series of games. So all the complaints of too much DLC and stuff. In fact, if you buy 3, you have to buy 1 and 2 and all their DLCs. At least if you bought 1 and it's DLCs, when you buy 2, at least you get everything that was in 1. And you're not starting from scratch again. It's like, oh, so this is... Basically, I'm starting number 1 again, except it's got all the stuff that number 1 had in it anyway. And any stuff that comes out is actually going to be new stuff rather than content I'm missing from the first game I just played. And then you go back to play number 2 and it's like... Yeah. Although the 3 comes out and it's got all the content for like Warhammer Total War. It's got all the content from 1 and 2. Actually, no, it didn't have Immortal Empires. Although that was the point. Originally, they just wanted to play for Realm of Chaos. And then after a few months of people are getting a chance to play for main campaign, you can play for open campaign where everything else is in it. But the point still stands, it's like, if you went from 1 to 2 to 3, you didn't lose any content, you only gained new content. Where Paradox is, it's like, we released this game once, but now we're going to release it again, and we're going to release all the exact same DLC again. And then we're going to release make a 3rd game. It's going to be the same base game as the first one, and we're going to release all the same DLC again. Except each time we release the game, it's going to add 10,000 more bugs into it. And each time we release a DLC, it's going to add even more bugs into it. Yeah, it doesn't help that Paradox learning curve is... I'm not too sure. If you're used to Paradox games in general, I think most Paradox games don't have that much of a cliff. Like, when I played Stellaris for the first time, it wasn't that hard to get into it. Same with Crusader Kings. Hearts of Iron is an incredibly difficult game to get into. Although I hated that game though so much. And it's mostly due to the DLC practices. Like, I'm used to Stellaris, which is a game that really brought me into Paradox to begin with. 3rd one is way more player friendly though. That is true. That is true. I think I'd say the 3rd one, because I've watched Let's Plays of the 2nd one. I'd say the 3rd one is easier to have fun with, but the 2nd one has a lot more fun, weird quirks to it that I feel the 3rd one should still have in it. Like, deal with the ability to become immortal and marry a horse and stuff. It's like, why isn't that in the 3rd game? We need some silliness. It's a single player game, for goodness sake. But yeah. Oh yeah, but I was used to in Stellaris, every time they released a DLC, they released a major update with loads of free content in it. Which, fair enough, it broke all my mods, but all that free content, very nice. And I don't mind buying the DLC because there's nothing really locked behind the DLCs in Stellaris, at least when I played it a lot. I've not actually played it for a couple of releases now. But it didn't really feel like the game was missing too much. And it didn't feel like anything super important was locked behind DLC. Bishops, bioships. I kind of want to play Stellaris on the channel again. I'm a bit hesitant though, because every time we have, the streams have done incredibly poorly. They took away our memes! I never figured out how to play the second, so I stopped trying, but 3 I love modded. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about those games is that they love to release updates and they love having it a very moddable game, but lots of updates and lots of mods don't go hand in hand very well. Like, Stellaris is... Yeah, I can see why people think Stellaris is meh. Personally, I really liked the game. You're putting 1,000 hours into 2 and you still consider yourself a beginner. I understand the basics of 2 from the Let's Plays. The main thing that keeps me from playing it though is just how it looks. I just struggle looking at the game. It's one of those things where... it's like how I said with the old Oblivion game, I just struggle being able to tell what's actually on screen. Because sometimes I have this issue of effectively dyslexia but with pictures. It's the best way to describe it. It's actually one of the reasons why I struggle reading manga sometimes, because I just can't really tell what the hell's going on in a black and white panel. Patrons can barely be seen on that buckle. To go that long with my regular brand of Lystexia. I kept wanting to say bland. Yeah, but when I got to Hearts of Iron, everything felt locked behind DLC. Like, I bought the game because it was on sale, and I got a couple of DLCs with it that people said were good. And there was a DLC that people say it's a necessary DLC, but it's really, really poorly reviewed. And I found out why people say you have to get that DLC, because there's just like a couple of things in that DLC that make the game incredibly hard to play if you don't have that DLC. Because it feels like basic stuff. It's like how, like planes deliver, helping spread your, oh, what's the word? Supplies and stuff. I was like, oh, and on top of it, I just didn't like the way that it like wrote for characters, not for characters, for countries and stuff, and the history of it. It felt like very erasure or ignoring of history. And as a historian, someone who, well, I'm not a historian, as someone who really likes history, it felt really wrong that these things were just like glossed over or completely ignored by the story. Or not the story, do you know, all of the things written about everything. It's like, this is very uncomfortable. Yeah, it's an incredibly hard to play. I mostly wanted to play it so I could play as Poland and fight both the Soviets and the Germans at once. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to fight both of them at once and beat them And I did manage it. I did manage it. I never really figured out how the entire game works very well. But I did figure out how to cheese the game and get like infinite supplies and infinite, you know, machine guns and tanks really early on. But that was just cheesing the game. Actually, I think cheesing is a bit of a wrong word. Exploiting the game. The game has a lot of exploits in it. Like most Paradox games. Mods that I try go hand in hand with the developer, and those updated mods at the same time as the game update is up. Oh yeah, I like what Paradox has started doing that, and I think a few others have followed suit. Often they do major updates, they give the updates to the modders first, so that they have a chance to update the mods. It's just a shame that when you don't play the largest mods. That being said now, when it comes to Stellaris, I feel it's got enough content that I don't need for mods anymore. So I just don't play with the mods. I used to have a lot of mods on it, but it feels like every time they release something, they're basically just going, okay, what are the most common mods that are downloaded? What is it that the community actually wants? And they go, okay, that's what the community is wanting. These are mods that are being done. So let's make something that complements it. And at that point, I'm like, you know what? This is great. I don't feel a need for mods. That being said, I did get a bit sick when I was playing the games, and then I was having to... I was making bug fixes mods for the game personally, because the games kept bugging out in horrible ways that made it almost unplayable. And then I could figure out what was the exact issue, fixed it in the game myself, told Paradox how to do it, and even like linked the fix, and it's like months later, still broken. It's a 10-minute fix, not even that. 10-minute fix if you have to do it via mods. Sometimes it's just one line of code needs to be written. Warhammer, for that being said, has the exact same issue of the game being broken for months on end. Like there's a post on hi Bailey, how you doing? Following the Codex Astartes. Following the Codex. Do you mean the toilet paper manual? Oh, so hi Bailey. It's been a little while, hasn't it? But yeah. Yeah, like Marcus Wolfhard is like still massively broken. Yes, I haven't been in alive for a bit. Good to see. It's good to see you too. We're getting all the people who haven't been around for a while. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying earlier about Black Templar. Okay, I don't like Robot Girlyman's rules either. Yeah, as long as you're not chaos. Yeah, the Black Templar are very hypocritical when you think about it. Like, they talk about being the most faithful and dedicated chapter, and you know, all of the religions. It's welcome back Wednesday! Yeah, they talk about all of that stuff, but then they don't follow the Codex Astartes, which was written by Robot Girlyman. You know, for the son of the Emperor, a demigod. effectively Jesus who left the rules, and they're just like, no, I'm not going to follow those rules that, you know, our demigod decided we should follow. And then they're like, you know what? I'm going to ignore the Inquisition. And then they're like, you know what? We hate psychers, despite the Emperor being a psyker, and for people who can see his holy light being psychers and all of that stuff. And you know what else? You know what else? When the new Primaris are brought about by Girly Man, and the Emperor's most trusted and beloved Mechanicus person, well, guess what? We've got to fight against it when the Custodes come. You know, for Emperor's personal bodyguards and who are kind of also a voice of the Emperor. Yeah, we've got to kill him. We've got to kill him. That's what happened. That's what the Black Templars did. Well, not all of them. Actually, some of them were very, very happy about the Primaris, but a lot of them were very, very not. And they shot them and killed the Custodes that were with them. Yeah. Oh, it's just... They can be so... I love the fact that they're so stupid and hypocritical, though. Robot Gorilla Man. Robot Gorilla Man. I heard Girly Man. So that's in Big E had a little fun. No, they didn't. The Emperor doesn't know the meaning of the word fun. Yeah. That being said, my Black Templar, for the most part, at least their leader, is... Actually, he's very hypocritical too. But he's hypocritical in different ways.
Who was the lady that gave the prophecy to Sigismund that made him disobey Dawn in the first place? Wasn't she a psyker or something?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. Probably, knowing the Templar law.
Space Marines are lame.
Space Marines are... No! Black Templar aren't lame, look! Oh, we got a big old cross on their shoulder. No one lame has a big old cross on their shoulder. Oh... Doesn't like psychers because he made Daddy mad with them. Oh, you won a little bit of money. Is that for one where it's only half your money? Yeah, I'm sorry. That was more like a loss, if I'm entirely honest with you. Right, important statement to make. It's not money. Nor can you purchase it with money. Sprinkles are earned just by being in chat and watching. I'm a Chaos player, but the new Chaos Knight looks really cool. Oh, you're not a Chaos player. Oh, what about the new Imperial Knight? That one also looks cool with its big old plasma. Have you seen the Saturnine Terminators? Oh, new Saturnine. Have you seen the new Saturnine Dreadnought? Oh, YouTube ate your message. Oh, no. Congrats, your failure was only half as bad as it could have been. Sad party whistle noises. BRB. Bye-bye. Good luck. Yeah, that emperor. Yeah, my character who leads my little chapter, not chapter, my little crusade, not so little. He is, as far as a Templar is concerned, he is surprisingly tolerant. As far as other Marines are concerned, not that tolerant, especially like compared to a Salamander. That being said, his compassion for the innocent and so on is probably closer to a Salamander and enough for citizens and civilians. He takes the entire idea of, you know, liberating people and, you know, saving planets very literally. Ow! Takes it very literally. Chapter way too many Marines. Prepare to get booked. Oh. Yeah, for Imperium faction I collect his sisters. I only have built 2 models of like 25. Oh no, I've built a lot of Black Templar models, but I've still got a lot more to build. I've got so much of my guardsmen to build too. Like I built 10 of the horses. I got 20 more to build. 30 in total. And even more to paint. Read all of them. I have a few to paint. Most of them to paint. Not all of them, only most of them. I just really wish I had more energy and time off stream to get some of this stuff done too. Ow. I guess you're back, Erland. I've been focused on building up my 1,000 points for orcs. I'm just about done. Just have to finish gas and some mega knobs. Ooh. I'm going to have 1,000 points of orcs once my combat patrol magazine arrives. It will have a dreadnought in it. 3 killer cans. What else is there? 2 squads of 10 boys who I'm converting into looter boys. A squad of 10 burner boys. No, I'm converting 10 of them into burner boys, probably. And then 10 of them into looter boys. Yeah. Because I'm going to be buying a burner boy set, which comes with enough for looter guns. So I'm going to have... Oh no, wait a minute. I'm going to have 10 burners, 30 looters. Or is it 20 looters? I can't remember. There's also going to be a truck, one of the buggies of some sort. I can't remember what's in it. Gonna have a few mega knobs. 3 of them, I think. Actually, you know what? I can just check my phone. My phone tells me. My phone's got everything on it. Where is it? Xeno's Tribe Stink Bag, that's what I called it. Okay, it's got a Warbus in Mega Armor called Goldaka Mech Ripper. And it's got a big shooter and an Ood Chopper. 10 burner boys, sorry. 2 squads of 10 looters. 3 mega knobs. Boomdaka Snas Wagon. A Death Dread. 3 Death Copters. 3 Killigans. Oh yeah, I forgot it comes with 3 Death Copters. And then a truck. And that's going to be 1,000 points. I'm thinking about converting some of the Lehman Russes I have. And turning them into looted things. For the arcs. Which would be nice. That'd be nice. Oh, he's got a little cross on his head. I'm gonna keep that black. Most of that's just coming in for Combat Patrol magazine. I kind of want to get an airbrush though. Painting, painting, painting. I am loving painting. Oh gosh, I missed painting a lot of this model underneath. I'm not looking forward to having Death Copters though. I had Death Copters when I was a kid and they broke all the time. Bug, hello Bug! I have 5 favourite chapters and I can't choose between them. Blood Ravens, Grey Knights, Salamanders, Cacododons. Oh, pick a Black Templar, pick them. Pick these guys. A Black Templar. You can buy the enemy librarian models and convert them into chaplains. Yeah, my favourite chapters are Black Templars, obviously. Salamanders are kind of cool. Although I think one of their successor chapters for Medusa's better. Because they're cool. Always had a soft spot for Emperor's Children and Night Lords. That's probably it for my favourite chapters. Like none, I mean I like the others, just none of them are competing with the top dog. Comparatively. kind of want to make a Minotaur army though. Because while they might be big old jerks, they do have some incredibly cool tricks. Although that would have to be a lot of conversion. Probably buy a bunch of custody models and convert them. Would you rather for real meet a Custodes or a Dreadnought? To be honest, I don't think I'd want to meet either of them. There's not many situations where meeting either of them is a very good sign. Yeah, I can't really think of many good reasons to want to meet a Custodian or a Dreadnought. I do know where if you met them, something's good's happening. And your life isn't at immediate risk. Perturabo, he's a worse Primarch. After that, probably Morty. And then Horus. As much as I love the Night Lords, I think Carthus has to be one of the worst Primarchs. Angron is also not great. As funny as he is to play in for battles. That being said, he did save the Blood Angels, so it's not all bad. Magnus is okay, I guess. Fulgrim is great, especially before he fell to Chaos. And I mean, Fulgrim is probably one of my top favourite Primarchs. Rogel Dawn, obviously, is also one of the top. Girly Man. If you asked me a few years ago of if I liked Gorilla Man, I'd probably say no. But nowadays, he's probably at the top of my list. Vulcan is also pretty great. Raven Guard Primarch, as much as I forget his name, pretty cool. Sanguinius, obviously amazing. He's similar to Fulgrim. My answer to my question is super basic Horus. Although Mr. Broodberry is a top contender for me because of Codex limiting chapter numbers. Yeah, didn't he change a Codex when he came back though? It makes full sense for why I'd want to limit chapter numbers. Making a heresy impossible is impossible, but reducing the calamity of a heresy is a lot easier.
I'm confused as to what exactly is wrong with your Black Templars. They look fine to me.
Because I know they don't look good yet. It's slowly getting there. This guy looks kind of okay because he's finished. He's a finished model. Got highlights and everything. This guy, where is he? This guy
You
doesn't look
keep
too
forgetting
bad.
the Raven Guard Primarch Gus. You keep confusing his name with the Night Lord's one. It's Corvus and Conrad respectively.
Oh yeah, Corvus is a Raven Guard one because of Raven, Corvus, Raven. And then Conrad is the Night Lord one. Yeah. I get them confused. I'm sorry. He's called Conrad Kurz. That's the issue. I keep thinking of him as Kurz, but then I go Corvus. Oh yeah. Yeah, this guy looks not too shabby, but he's not really had any highlight. He's not finished. He's just got the basic colours on him. He needs highlights and stuff and a base. I got into Warhammer 5 Space Marine 2 because of badassness. How did you get into Warhammer? White Dwarf magazine when I was a little kid. I read a magazine when I was very, very little, like primary school, well, early primary school even. And it had Tyranids in it. It was like the release of a plastic set of Tyranids, like the Carnifex and stuff. I was like, oh, it's so cute. I love it. I think it was like quite an old White Dwarf because it like belonged to a friend. Well, it wasn't really a friend. It belonged to someone I was at school with, and it was like his uncles or something. And from there, I managed to get my hands on the Battle of Macragge starter set. Like, oh, because that was in the White Dwarf, and we managed to find it. I was like, yeah, and then I played that.
Uh-oh, I need more plastic crack, but the tariffs.
Yeah, I'm sorry the trade deal didn't include the tariffs on most goods that people want to buy. There was also hilarious about the tariff change, though. Is that we got all this thing about beef, and effectively everyone who was meant to be buying American beef was basically said, great, I'm not buying it. It's hilarious. It's mainly because they don't have any trust over American beef. Like, it's like, sure, you do have beef that doesn't have hormones in it, but can you, like, show me which ones don't? And give evidence and, like, certificates and stuff. It's like, no. If you had to choose to meet the Tyranid swarm of the orcs, which one would you choose? I'm aware that both would end everyone's free subscription to life. Honestly, orcs, you're more likely to be able to meet without them even trying to kill you. Because orcs, one of the things is reasons orcs conquer worlds is because they don't actually want to kill everybody on the planet. Sometimes they will conquer industrial worlds, and they might not even make planetfall if it doesn't have enough military. They just go up to it and be like, hey, you work for us now. Give us bolt guns. Give us guns. Give us weapons that you can produce. And it's like, okay. And it turns out that the orcs would just leave it alone as long as they can, like, get equipment and weapons from them. So out of the two, I'd say orcs is probably the safer bet that you might be able to meet them without getting clobbered in. Otherwise, orcs also act as mercenaries, and they take part in diplomacy operations. So there's a number of ways to meet them without it going bad. Tyranids, on the other hand, don't really have any of that stuff going on. That only equals to like 0.05% of American ranchers who do cattle. Yeah. I remember one story when an orc went into a warp, found himself in the past and shot himself and took his gun to have a spare. Yay! I've heard that story too. He wanted his favourite gun back. Or again, more accurately. Curse you, YouTube. That only equals up to 0.5% of American cattle. You stinky. I'm not stinky! Tyranid orcs also, you have a better chance of beating in combat. Like, as bad as an orc is, they are susceptible to emotion. They are still killable. They still do feel pain. And there's a good chance that you might be able to get an orc in a single one-to-one duel, and if you manage to best them. Other orcs might leave you alone, depending on the situation. Because orcs respect the strong. Tyranids, on the other hand, unless you can take out the synapse creature, you're not going to be able to figure out a way to get rid
What
of
would
them.
happen if you eat orc spores?
You become ill. I think there's a thing of, you know, of some guardsmen in one of the books. Was it Gaunt's Ghost book? Might have been a Last Chance. It was one of the books I read. And some guardsmen tried eating some orc and, you know, orc and squig steaks and so on. And they became very ill with food poisoning afterwards. Because, yeah, your stomach acids and so on are more than enough to kill orc spores in your stomach. But it's still not good for you. And also they cooked them up, so that helps. I think the people who ate squigs weren't quite as bad. As long as they didn't eat poison squigs. Similarly, eating tyranids makes you very ill. But that's also more likely to kill you. Your autocorrect's changing orc to orc. Yeah, it will do that. I would just like to point out a little detail whenever I start talking in a chat. I say, don't die, that tends to kill you to death, but the God Emperor didn't give you permission to die. God Emperor didn't give you permission to die. The God Emperor didn't give us permission to die. Orc tastes like chicken. Orc tastes like chicken, does it? Maybe it does. Are there still chickens in the far future? If there's taxes, there better be chickens. I want my chicken nuggies. If you're taxing me, you better be giving me chicken nuggies. I want my spaghetti. Why do I like Black Templars? Okay, easy story. When I first saw the Black Templars, I think it was someone was playing a game and they used a Holy Grenade of Antioch, which I recognized from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I was like, oh! And then I read about Black Templars and they're basically just... But there's a lot of references in the old edition codex for Black Templars, it's basically just Monty Python references. Like, just but a scratch. And I liked that. I thought it was funny. On top of that, the models are really cool. Like, old Space Marine models were not very dynamic at all, unlike the Primaris.
If you want to play Repo, there is a mod to decorate yourself like a Black Templar, Ultramarine or Blood Raven for the Emperor.
Oh. What's Repo? Is that multiplayer mod that's a bit, not get mod, game? A bit like Among Us. Oh, it's a lethal company, but funnier. Oh. Do you remember some of the codexes were more goofy? Yeah! The Orc codex was super goofy. That's why I liked Orcs too. Hello, $2,500. How you doing? I've noticed that the Grey Knights have a lot of similarities to religion. I love how they are unknown because everyone that sees them dies. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't like Grey Knights. Grey Knights were a bit too grimdark for me when I was playing. I knew someone who played Grey Knights, but the Grey Knights just felt very great grimdark. It was so funny whenever we like fought. I was like, I'm playing Black Templars. It's like, why? Why? You got too much anti-psychic stuff and all my models are psychic. It's like, also back then, the Holy Grenade of Antioch was just ridiculous. Because it was a small blast template for a strength 8 AP 3. And anything that's toughness 4 would die instantly to a strength 8 attack. Well, wouldn't instantly die. If they fail for saves, all their wounds would be gone. Because if you get hit by an attack that's double your toughness or over, it can insta-kill you unless you got a special rule stopping it. It's like, look at my Grand Master Knight. It's like, Holy Grenade of Antioch for my commander. It's like, oh. It's like, Grey Knights are super good in combat. It's like, Empress Champion. It's like, oh. It's like, well, look at my giant dude who's wearing a... Look at my baby carrier model they had for Dread Knight. I was like, okay, great. Do you know what Black Templars love? What? Mortar guns! Mortar guns everywhere! It's like, oh. Sad. What do you think about Emperor? I want one. I want a 6-foot Titan. I want a 6-foot Titan model. Some people in chat actually have models that are 6 foot tall. Like, oh. I want one. Share, give. Oh no, I'm just crying because I got called stinky. It's just a redeem. Don't worry about it. So Honey Rose, hello. I can't stay. There's a fire happening in my community. You need to evac. Oh goodness. Good luck, Sir Honey Rose. Good luck. Ah, Canny is no. Only Warhammer anything I've done is Space Marine 2. I don't own a console. I can play it on. Because I am too broke. Aww. Well, I hope you get to play it sometime. Not on my watch. Meow. Sorry, there's a cooldown on it. Yeah. Could not find target. Oh, you can't target from... Yeah, Erland would never say sorry. Erland is proud of his actions. Thanks for our head pats. Here, go Cuptle. Here you go. Yeah. Shredded bats. Ah. Look at this model. But not find target Inquisitor. You won't be able to do an Inquisitor muffin anyway. Because Inquisitor muffin isn't on the screen. He doesn't come up as a muffin down there. I have lots of Warhammer memes on my phone, including one of a child kicking an anthill, or a Black Templar marking his soldier while shouting for the Emperor. Very funny. What? No. Black Templar kick like giant ant mountains. I'll never pick on something so small. Templar are the best. How are we doing? We're doing well. There we go. You can do the mods, it's just if the mods let you do them. Inquisitor Muffin is a bot, not a mod. But technically both. It's a little robot mod auto moderator that helps inform you of stuff. I love how careful I'm being, yet I keep messing up anyway.
Tabletop Miniatures did a tutorial on Black Templars, maybe it will help you.
What do you mean? What type of tutorial? Like how to paint them? I know how to paint them, it just takes me forever to paint. Also, I got my own colour scheme because I want my Black Templar Crusade to be a bit unique looking from the others. My goal is to become a famous enough YouTuber where I can get Games Workshop to change some of the lore to add my little crusade to the thing. Howard, the Inquisitor is a bot, but it's heresy. No, it's not like a proper... It's not an intelligent AI. It's run on a servitor. It's run on a servitor. Yeah. She's not dumb, she's just slow. No, don't say that! And I'm not dumb. And I'm not slow.
Only thing GW will do is send you free models.
You know, I wouldn't be against that either. Either make my little crusade for like almost 1,000 Space Marines. Look, I spent enough money on Warhammer models, I almost have 1,000 Marines. Make my crusade canon. Make my crusade canon, GW. Add Alderic, the nice Templar. Oh, just give me more models. Give me more models and lots of paints. And hopefully, can you also send me a person to paint my models for me? Much appreciated. Oof, 2-minute timer. Mom is a potato and she knows I'm not a potato. You know, I've been crying for too long. I'm gonna stop now. Yeah. You're just a cupcake. I'm just a cupcake. Yeah.
You should post your pile of shame to Paul is bad at stuff, you know, the guy who's obsessed with centurions.
Why should I post my pile of shame to him? It's not shameful. It's a pile of stew. Honestly, the main factor that stops me building more is my lack of storage space. Also, I've never really checked out Paul is bad at stuff.
She lacks motivation to paint. It's funner to build them than paint them.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, I do enjoy painting from time to time. It takes forever with like my entire health condition and stuff. It's just often doesn't feel worth it. A lot of energy, a lot of time, and a lot of dedication. And since I'm doing it on stream, I feel like I need to do it well. Honestly, models have gotten a lot harder to paint since I was a kid. Models are so much harder to paint. It's because they're so much more detailed now. Before, it's like for lots of models where you could just effectively spray from one colour, dry brush them twice, do the eyes, that's it, you're done. Now it's like... Raptors would be an easy chapter to paint. Just do from entire camo colour. You don't need to paint for eagles separately. Just have everything be camo. Maybe one day I'll try to do a NMM like Barks did, but I'll get a Grey Knight character of some kind so it can be all metal. Yeah, maybe. I think I know how to do a model like that because as an artist, it's that kind of stuff is just, you have to study light and how to paint metals anyway. So I think I should be able to do it. I know the basic understandings of how to paint them. You need to take into account things like light direction, he's a bat. He's a bat. We've been dealing with these models since this time last year. You're positively not even a tight little itty bitty teeny bit slow. What do you mean? No, these models, I didn't even spray from last year. I don't think I even built these on stream.
Remember to like and subscribe to the stream. Every like and subscribe helps her motivation to paint them.
Oh, have you seen the stories of the Grey Knight? who was corrupted by Chaos was only corrupted because it was challenged. He challenged Slanesh in person. I would like to clarify if there was only one Grey Knight who fell to corruption. Only one Grey Knight for
Every
willing
like
to
in
tell you about.
Subcribble is another layer of paint added to a model.
She lacks motivation to paint. It's funnier to build than paint. Yeah. And yet the greatest Grey Knight is too smooth-brained to be tempted by the demon sword he wields. True story. Remember to like and subscribe to a stream. Every like and subscribe helps them motivate to paint. Every like and subscribe is another layer of paint added to a model. And Bat. He's a bat. He's a bat. Hi, Bat. Doing? Hi, Severed Bat. How you doing? You've admitted to being a bat, I see. No escape now. You're a bat forever. As long as I remember anyway, which is probably going to be like 10 minutes at most. What we're talking about again? Yeah, another model with a metal dunk. Okay, so far that's 4 models who have the metal done on them. Yeah, or at least, you know, the bronze metal. Should I do him now? Probably. Oh gosh. Like, she's a cat, you're a bat. You must embrace your destiny. There are a bat, a rat, and a cat. And a sat in a mat and a lap. No, Anthony, she's a cupcake. I'm a cupcake. Oh, no, I'm not a worm. I'm a snake. Oh gosh, this is not going to be fun to paint. Let's get the less detail model paintbrush. It's law now. Who is the best Grey Knight? No, who's the best? Me. Oh, I'm tired. The flump snake. No, the floofy snake. Look how floofy I am. I based myself on one of those, you know, fuzzy worms. The other ones like you play with cats. Don't worry, the worm only lasts 5 minutes. I'll be back soon enough. No flump, only flump for twisted marshmallow sticks. Twisted marshmallow sticks? What are you on about? What are you on about? Ah! What's this? Indomitubus. Indomitubus! Oh, look at this! Special edition Belisarius Carl, the great work, Guy Haley. Oh, look at this, Space Wolves. Special edition by, no, for Young Wolf. This Young Wolf. For Void Exile, what's that about? Why is there a big shark on it? Oh, it's a Cacorodons are initially, even for Astartes, spending their time hunting for enemies of humankind at the dark edges of the galaxy. Oh. Indomitus. Oh, look, that's a leather-bound book. The Silent King. Silent King by Guy Haley is the final novel. The final waffle in the Dawn of Fire series. You'll get a special edition treatment with Fox leather hardback with ribbed spine and gold foil details. Gold foil detail? That's gold! It's gold! Also, I need to check something. I forgot. Oh wait, I just got a notification. What's this notification about?
Mum, no, not the website.
Cupworm handled cart in 4K. No, I'm not a big marshmallow. Oh, it's sold out still. It's sold out. New and exclusive. Look at the cool models here. Look, have I sold out? These paperback books aren't though. Oh, Mad Dog, that Mad Dog isn't sold out yet, but it looks so cool. Oh, look at these models that I kind of want them all. I kind of want them all. Flumps of the same colour. You're going to get lawsuited? No, I'm not. We're going to get lawsuited. I don't even know what a flump is. Hey, yuck. Hey, yuck, what models you want to get today? Like Templars. Oh. Silly model. Silly model. Silly model. Silly model. Not, I love him. Oh. 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 Do you know what we should get? Do you know what I should get? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Why is it not here? Oh look, we got a combat patrol. It should come up once I'm making her a snack. Clearly it's a delicious I'm gonna eat them all, then they can't sue me. It was a delicious marshmallow too. Yeah, where is it? Where is it? Where be it? There's a big old tank. Where the big old tank? Tank. Photos. Resin. Where the tank? That tank. I shall get one of these. No, this isn't in Heresy because it's a Primaris tank. It's a Primaris super heavy tank. But it's also out of stock. Sad. Look at that big old gun though, that's so cool. It's got some heavy bolters at the front. Some last cannons at the side. Is that it? Oh, it could be plasma cannons if you wanted it to be. Could be or not. Could be. I think there's some shield generators here. I guess that can't be an autocannon. That's way too big to be an autocannon. What is it? The super heavy tank with repulsor transport by the newly created Primaris Space Marines. It mounts a formidable array of weapons designed around a pair of immense macro accelerator cannons. They're railguns! Providing a stable firing platform for these temperamental weapons or banks of enhanced repulsor plates, allowing for inexorable advance of the Astartes to continue unhindered. Oh, it's also transport, so you can have a bunch of Marines in here. Bunch of Marines in for actually, but is that what? I don't know where they go. I don't know where the Marines are meant to sit and like come out of. Or they're just like held in pods here and from the sides open up and go doo doo doo. That doesn't look like the case. It looks like there's jets. And I need fuels and engines. So maybe for middle. There was a big door for back. Don't show for back here. No, back. You're making a silly face to cheer up. Thank you. I don't need cheering up. I'm very happy. Look, I'm looking at models that are so cool. Thank you. Oh, what else is there? What other wrestling models? Should we buy a Thunderhawk? Blah, 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 blah. La, 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 la. Oh, look, resin models. Resin models. Wait, look what's not sold out. Thunderhawk. And look, there's a tiny little Marines inside it. And a really big old turbo laser on the back. Turbo laser. And look, it's got a big old mouth that goes nom 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 and it eats you. Oh, it's so cool. It's super expensive though. You could buy like a small car for that price. Why is that here? Why is there a better to annihilate here? I should buy it. I'm joking. I'm joking. Don't buy it from there. Buy it from like Wayland or something. I don't know. Oh. What's that? What's that? What is that orange thing? What is the orange thing? No matter this time round. But spoke to in Caves of Embergarden contains everything a store needs to run its own organised play events, including premium prizes. Oh, I want prizes. Give me prizes. Oh, I tried reaching into the screen. It didn't work. Give me prize. Okay, back to painting. Nah. Tasty. I ate his head. I'm joking, it's there. His head's right there. Are you feeling, Cupcake? Did it work? I'm feeling great. I thought it was a cano cannon. A cano cannon. It's a cannon. It's a cannony cannon. Tasty drink. Thank you for the head pats. Yeah, I get so many head pats. Everyone is jealous of me. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Painting our chaplain. It was made from the Tigerius model. You're my favourite cupcake. I don't think there's many other cupcakes out there, but thank you. I do know ones that talk about the people. A lot of cupcakes are rather insular, you know, and isolated. I don't like talking to people. Probably because people keep trying to eat them. Look at that. Oh no, you're right. It's either heavy cannon or turbo laser destructor. Turbo laser destructor! I love turbo laser. I want a turbo laser in real life. And then I'll turbo laser everything. I'll be like, hey, how was your day? Turbo laser. But like, do you know what was funny? Do you have a game New Vegas? Yeah. Just cool as that game is. You know where you got like 3 factions? And it's like You got the legion. We got the legionnaires. It's like we've got multiple Roman legions and Roman, what's it called? Logistics. And then you got the NCR who are like, well, guess what? We've got modern weapons. We got a modern army and modern logistics. And when the house is like, yeah, but I've got like a futuristic sci-fi robot army. I don't need logistics. And then along comes this random person who goes, I've got a space laser. That's me in real life. That's me. I'm the one with a space laser. Actually, I want a space laser. Give me the space laser. Give me a Thunderhawk with a giant space laser.
Unsolicited visitors will be turbo lasered.
Yeah. Cuptle gets it. And solicited visitors will also be turbo lasered. Because I don't discriminate. I share my turbo lasers with everybody. As the founding fathers intended. Yes, the founding fathers of Britain. Back in my day, there was no such thing as autism. That's the guy with the largest Warhammer collection ever seen. Do you think I should paint that patch in a different colour? I was just gonna go with gold for that axis. Well, maybe in theory, the blades themselves I should do in a metal, in lead voucher. Yeah, actually, maybe for axe heads I'll do in lead voucher. I'll do all the fun detailing throwing gold. William Wallace. William Wallace! William Wallace wasn't a founding father. William Wallace. He didn't, but you know. Fun to say. Imagine if Braveheart was an accurate film, though. Who founded Britain, then? A random Greek guy, apparently, was the first person to find Britain. A philosopher. I can't remember which philosopher it was. Was a philosopher who found Britain. and reported it, saying that they had giants there. They probably just met me and was like, oh my gosh, who's this 6-foot woman? A giant silver berg. It was 200 hands tall, but I got very tiny hands, so it might not be very accurate. Scotland forever, bagpipes intensifies. I love bagpipe. I always feel kind of sad when, you know, you see on a cartoon, on a TV show, if they have bagpipes, they're like, oh yeah, bagpipes, repping Scotland. And then it's like, oh, what is that horrible noise? It's like, what? Why do you hate the bagpipe? Like, of course it sounds horrible if you don't know how to play it. It's like, have you heard what it sounds like when someone who doesn't know how to play a violin uses it? Like, I'm generally the kind of person who doesn't like trying to get all, you know, what's it called, patriotic or whatever. Well, that makes me, you know, gives me Scottish anger, it does. Making fun of our bagpipe. I'd show ye little one. Wee little goober snap. Smack you. Saxophone sounds like geese if you're not that good. Yeah, but saxophone sucks, that's fine. Simpsons taught me that. I'm joking. You love saxophone. You've played for 7 years. Ooh. Are you good at it, though? Are you like Lisa Simpson? I'm joking. Lisa Simpson's meant to be pretty good at the saxophone. As far as I'm aware. Oh, gosh. Let me roll my shoulders. I need a drink. Grossly underappreciated instruments. Love when I hear it. Yeah, saxophone, not saxophones. Bagpipes are great. I really love, like, you know, when you have really somber, melancholic tunes played on the bagpipes. It's like, oh. I don't play any musical instrument. I kind of want to learn one. I know I don't really have the patience and time for it. If I had to choose one, it would probably be for violin, though. I love the violins. Pretty sure if I picked up a violin, I'll instantly be good. I'm joking, by the way. Wish it were true. Yeah, if I had to choose one, definitely go for violin. I'm gonna have to change my brush again. Wait, did I paint that guy's upper knee? I didn't because I'm a silly Billy. One of the corn songs, open with it for corn songs, open with it for a minute and 50, and it's that. Oh. You know, Angron always reminded me of someone who'd like a violin. Not a violin. Bagpipe, that's the word. I kept wanting to say violin and saxophone, but my brain didn't want to work. Also, I'm joking. I know that you're not talking about corn as in the Chaos God corn. Anyone who likes a saxomabob, who likes a bagpipe, would never be all bad. They killed 2,000 people. I said all bad. I didn't say, you know, they were not bad at all.
What instrument would each Primarch play? Truly only the most demanding of questions are asked here.
All of them would play the bagpipe, except Vulcan, who would play the world's smallest violin. Yeet. And Curse, who would be... No, wait a minute. All of the Primarchs except Vulcan and Curse would play the bagpipes. Meanwhile, Vulcan plays the Curse. You know, using his head as a drum and his hammer as a stick. The bongos! The Curse goes! That's what I imagine. I imagine Goodman would like the piano. Oh. Fulgrim and Sanguinius would probably play the cello and the violin, respectively. Dawn, what would he play? The triangle. Dawn would play the triangle. No, wait, Fulgrim would play guitar, an electric guitar. Definitely. Sanguinius would play the violin. Dawn would be bass, because he likes building things up. Dawn and Russ playing for bagpipes. I'd have to say Dawn for the bagpipes. Russ, I'm not sure what he'd play though. Maybe he would play the bagpipes. I'm trying to think of Nordic instruments. A trumpet? A war horn of sorts, maybe? Oh, that's meant to be leather. Oops, missed that. What would Perturabo play? I don't think Perturabo would play anything. I think he would sit it out. He's really not a team player. Fulgrim, Sanguinius, Ferrus, Carthus, and Conrad would definitely form a heavy metal band with violin involved. Carthus and Conrad would be normal screamo vocals, respectively. Oh. Another drone instrument I love is a hurdy-gurdy. A hurdy-gurdy? What's a hurdy-gurdy? I'm not sure of that. Oh gosh, I need a drink more. Remember to stay hydrated. By the way, guys, Vampire ought to resolve sucks. I got... Oh wait, Perturbo will play an accordion because no one else would, and he knows it, plus he appreciates the craftsmanship. I could see it. I could see it, actually. Who would be on drums? Oh! Drums would be Russ. I think Russ would love the drums. Because he gets to take... And Angren! Russ and Angren would be drums. To put different types of drum sets. Ferrus as well. Would Ferrus also be drums? I'm not sure if Ferrus would be drums or not. It's a stringed instrument played with a crank and buttons to manipulate the fretboards. Oh. And 4 drone settings. Oh. Wait, I know what Perturabo would play. Do you know that a sci-fi instrument they loved in the 70s or whatever, and the 60s? Do you know for one where it's like an electric... Oh, it's basically a signal thing, and when you bring your hands around it and it changes the noise that it makes. Matorian would play for organ, true. Matorian would play for organ. For theremin, yeah, I think Perturabo would like the theremin. Maybe he would. I can imagine him liking it because of the technical side of it all. Alternatively, I can imagine Magnus liking the theremin just because he'd love the noise it makes. Oh. If we're gonna be honest though, you know that Fulgrim would pick up every single instrument that everyone else plays and play it just as well as them. You know, a Fulgrim would do it just because he wants to like understand his brothers.
Magnus would play the saxophone, cause he's a good boy.
Actually, I can see Magnus with a saxophone. And I can see Magnus liking jazz. That is true, that is true. I feel like Fulgrim would definitely actually learn everyone else's instruments too. So he can help give advice and he can learn more about them. But then because he's a kind of a perfectionist, he ends up being as good as them, if not better. And then before the fall, he would then pretend not to be as good as he is, so that others can still feel special about their own instrument. But he would secretly be better than them all. Magnus would get 3 Tesla cars and he'd just set them up on a metal sheet, encoding for lightning strikes to make music. Oh, goodness. Who would play? Jagatai is obviously a Who fan. Oh. VTuber is a canonical thing for each of them play. And it's all probably due to like the instrument that best represents the group that they're based on. Guilliman is based on the Romans, so I imagine he might have like a Roman instrument. I believe it's like some kind of string, probably. We know that Russ loves his poetry because of, you know, the entire Nordic love of poems. And, you know, like sung poems too. I'm pretty sure the Ultramarines are based on the Romans, not the Greeks. I might be wrong with that, but I think it's the Romans. Because they all have a gladius. Or at least, do you know when you look at the Ultramarine swords, they have the gladius on them. And they have, you know, the Roman helmet stuff. And Guilliman wears the Roman crown. Oh, what's it called? You know, the leaves on the head. And the Ultramarines also wear those leaves. I forget what they're called. Obviously, you'll have some sort of or what's he called? Mongol instrument for Jagatai. I'm not sure if all of them have an instrument, like all, not an instrument, a culture that they're based upon, specifically. Vampir's Children kind of reminds me of the Byzantians. In fact, that's Greek, obviously. Roman Greek. Waka waka, hi, Pac-Man. Are we winning, son? Kinda. Kinda. We got a few models painted. We've been discussing instruments and stuff. And all sorts of things. I'm a bit slow today, but that's partially because things are higher detail. Also, I'm just not feeling well today. Are we losing? I don't know. The models are beating me up. Chat's bullying me. Okay, fight back. Punch! Oh no, they just knocked over my speakers. They're stronger than me. How are you doing, Talan? Why are you late? Watching Mariana. Watching other VTubers. I'm so sad. Everyone found out. Yes, it's evidence of that. It turns out. You missed a big revelation. He was like, I'm a bat, I mean back. And then I'm like, nope, nope, you just admitted to being a bat. Yeah, Severin was like, I'm back. Which means he's a bat. He might claim that he meant back, but he didn't. He admitted to being a bat. A bat. Like a Mariana bat. That's what I've decided now. Oh yeah, guys, do you know Undead Art to Resolve sucks so much? But I ended up having a battle today, right? Because I was just doing some busy work off stream. And it said decisive defeat. I was like, what do you mean decisive defeat? This looks super easy. And then I had to do the battle and it was a heroic victory. Apparently I suffered 600 losses and the enemy 1,200. And I had like 5,000 troops. Warhammer Total War at times is just... It takes a mickey. I didn't even have to use any advanced tactics. All I did was put my army into a blob and then just tell it to attack the enemy. The only thing I had to do was make sure the Mortis engine didn't go faster than everybody else and just fight the enemy by itself. I just had to hold it back until it went in. But at that point, we just win. Like, what's the point? Nurgle's so weak. I want to play Tarmacan again, though. Oh.
Auto-resolve is silly. It knows the hit it till it dies part but forgets the group up stage of the flawless two-step plan.
Yeah. Oh. No, I think it's because there's a few things. It doesn't take into account healing. From any source. Any source. So the thing is vampires have a lot of healing, and a lot of it is actually just passive healing. It's like, I suffered 600 casualties, right, by the end of the game, but the enemy must have stacked up like 2,000 kills. Easy. But I just healed quicker than they were well, almost quicker than they were killing me. The other thing is, I don't really think it takes it very well into account, you know, character abilities and stuff outside of spells. I actually don't think it takes into account the spells that strongly anyway. Whereas like Mortis engines just have so much damage output with them because of abilities. And it just doesn't take into account that at all. It's like, if I don't have a Mortis engine, it's like, yeah, there's a good chance I might not be able to win that fight. But inside a Mortis engine, it's just a very easy win. It's like, yeah, I'm just going to send in my zombies. They're going to protect the Mortis engine, and the Mortis engine is just going to slowly degrade the entire enemy's army. I could have probably won without it, but it would have been as an easy victory. Or as low casualty, rather. Because my army was just otherwise mostly skeletons and zombies, a single corpse cart with an unholy lodestone. Having a necromancer lord who mostly can just heal and summon more zombies. Yeah! Okay, what am I doing? This model. Is a slightly hellish type. So many little parts. They're meant to be all glowy and metallic. Cooking chicken and pasta yummers. Oh, that's what I ate yesterday and the day before. And not the day before that, but for 2 days before that too. Although I had my chicken was in a tomato sauce. Yeah. My tongue still hurts. My father's home from work. Did your mother make too much again? No, I just made it every day this week pretty much. Because that's the only thing I can be bothered cooking. My mother did make today, though, a big old cottage pie, which is minced meat, carrots, and mashed potato. Minced beef rather than minced meat. Very tasty. Although I ate it and my tummy was instantly bad. So, but that's what it's been like all the week, to be honest. Like, I had breakfast this morning, instantly ill after it. That's not being stressed. That being said, I might be down with something. Because my mother, the past couple of days, has been also complaining about illnesses. Including tummy pains and pain after she eats. I'm like, oh. That's my illness. Stop stealing my illness. But yeah. I generally prefer making my own pasta. Partly because it's easy and it's quick. And partly because I know what I like. I know how to make it. I don't make too much usually. Or if I do, it's not so much I have to eat it for a week. It just means I have one bigger meal than I intended to. Or at most 2 meals. If I'm up to it, maybe tomorrow I'll do a member stream and we'll just continue painting models. Need to buy some new Windsor brushes though, Winsor & Newton. I also want to buy some termagants. Is it no, harmagants, the other ones of the class. The scything talons. And I want to use them as parts, you know, for making trophies. And I want to tie them, like with some green stuff, to the, do you know, the jetpacks they built for the Eldar? I want to tie them to that. So if they've got some Artark models in the shops I usually buy from online, I'll buy an Artark and I'll buy some Termagant. One of them. Currently pan frying for chicken chunks, so I can barely hear you. Pasta is on the boil. Got a chunky veg and tomato sauce to mix in it. Yeah! Gotta get Chef Mick to melt some cheese over it once plated. Yeah! Oh, microwave. Making pasta parmesan. Usually, I don't cook the chicken. I just have some like sandwich chicken, you know, pre-roasted, pre-cut up chicken. I just like tear that to pieces and just cook it into my sauce, which is just a tomato sauce, because you know. I can't have much of a vegetables. I usually use paprika, basil, chives, lots of basil and chives, yeah, oregano, And what's the other two? What's the other two spices? Well, I put salt and pepper into, and some sugar, and some garlic infused olive oil. That's one of her base ingredients. Garlic infused. It can't have any actual garlic pieces in. Otherwise, it'll make me ill. Just chicken pasta. What are the other two? Parsley. Parsley is important. And coriander. Tiny bit of coriander. Because it can be strong tasting coriander. As long as you just add a tiny little bit in. It's tasty. I also use a pre-made puree. I used to cut up the tomatoes myself, but then I found out the tomato skin one isn't that great. And two, it was just as cheap to buy a pre-made puree. And they don't have loads of extra weird stuff in purees. Or at least the ones we buy, it's just literally tomato. It's been pureed, that's it. So I'm like, yeah, I'll just throw in tomato puree, that's great. With a little bit of water. Trying to get the water content though is sometimes difficult. Sometimes you end up with just way too much water in it. It's like I put it on my plate and the water's kind of seeping out the sauce. It's like, oh, that looks terrible. Still tastes fine, just looks terrible. It's a bit annoying as well. Who doesn't want a chaplain that loves keys? Keys are the meaning of life. The Emperor proclaimed to humans that they should have keys. He was being literal. This guy's got 4 little keys. Wait, is that 4? 3 little keys there. Big old keys too. You're the best lockpick in the world, is. Wrench. Crowbar. Those big old clipper things that can just cut through a lock. What cheese do you usually use? Do you just use a cheddar? I use a cheddar.
Thermite is the best lock picker.
Thermite. You got that from Breaking Bad. That doesn't even make sense. A wrench would be awful against the lock. You don't use a wrench on the lock. You use a wrench on the door. Even if you were using it to smash the lock. No! Ow! Banana landed on my head. Get better jokes. You get better jokes. Thankfully there's cool on Yeet. Okay, what about a drill? A drill is good. Oh gosh. What's that film called? Where you got that guy who uses some sort of air pressure gun to just like shoot locks out of doors. And it's like, that makes no logical sense how that works. And he's got a silent shotgun that somehow is actually silenced and has absolutely no recoil. And a lot of the time it's meant to be like super intimidating, yet I just make it, it feels really funny to me. No Country for Old Men, yeah! Oh, that film is so hilariously silly. None of that film makes any logical sense. I can't tell if it's meant to be a horror film or a comedy. I think maybe a horror film. I know some people are like, this is the best presentation of a psychopath. It's like, honestly, I'm not really sure it's a good presentation of a psychopath. It's an okay presentation of a psychopath. Todd from Breaking Bad, way better presentation of a psychopath, in my opinion. Especially in the film, El Camino. It's not supposed to be intimidating. It's just supposed to be alien to normal people. He's alien. He just looks really awkward. Yeah, best representation of a psychopath is dancing around holding knives going, oh, yo, oh, oi, oi, when you talk to him. Wait, who did that? Who danced while wielding knives? Is that the Joker? It sounds like the Joker. Dancing with knives, or Harlequin. Anime cliche. Oh, I know what you mean. No, anime psychopaths suck. They can be fun characters, but I wouldn't often call many of them. Actually, wait, no, there are some very good psychopaths in anime, actually. Psychopath is really fun. And it goes a bit over the top. I say a bit. It's very over the top anime. It's an anime, you know. But I found the characters rather intriguing in that one. Yeah, Talamine is very weird. He just doesn't act normal. Roy's talking to the gas station guy so nonchalantly, yet he's very much ready to kill him on a whim. I think that's pretty normal for a killer character to be like that. I mean, in most films, like, the main characters will talk to people nonchalantly. Like, we'll be talking to a goon and be like, goon, tell us the directions, and boom, shot in the head. Although that one's, you're just like, haha, Hero is a bit of a silly guy. Hero is a silly guy. And it's like, no, it's not a silly guy. Oh, it's a hi, iOS. How you doing? Oh no, I guess just the awkwardness of him talking to people is... Ow! Anton is a great villain. Maybe. I admit, a lot of the film's premises and stuff just makes it difficult for me to really invest myself in it. You just don't like good movies. Hey, I love Shrek. Wow, turning it into a worm sucks all the sprinkles out of you. Yeah, it costs quite a few sprinkles to do that kind of stuff. And then when you're gambling them away anyway, it doesn't help either. Either yeeted me and bombarded me. Yeah, you'd have 30,000 to give. Wait, how minutes is that? 300,000. Talan, you don't earn sprinkles as quickly as you earn yolks. I'm broke, wow. Yeah, you only get one sprinkle every 10 minutes that you're in chat, Talan. I'm joking. It's like 25 every 5 minutes. And if you're a member or you're a regular, you get them quicker. Ow. One sprinkle every 10 minutes. No, it's 25 sprinkles every 5 minutes. And on top of this, the things that you do cost sprinkles. If you compare it to Briar's system, I think you earn... Everything costs more in my side, and you earn less. Over on Briar's side, you earn really quickly, and everything costs less. So 5 a minute, kind of. But if you're a regular viewer, you earn a few more. And if you are a member, you also earn them a bit quicker. I think there's a few other ways that you can get them as well, but those are the main ways. Give iOS 2,000 sprinkles, thank you. So Briar is like a normal town economy. Conjuror got that New York inflated rent situation. Ow! No, I got the London economy. You get paid less. And everything costs more. Actually, no, London economy, you get paid more, but everything costs more. I've got the Manchester economy. Everything costs more, but you get paid less. I think Birmingham has the same issue of everything costs more, but you don't get paid anymore. Because both are more northern towns, and more northern you go, cities rather, the less you earn. And because they're still major cities with large populations and quite dense, and a lot of corporations in them, everything costs a lot of money. And I think Manchester got worse because it's got a massive university inside it, like in the town centre. So it meant that you got relatively well-off students coming in from all around the country, which caused prices to go up. But again, wages didn't go up. Being British sucks sometimes. Or Edinburgh. Actually, no. If you live in Scotland, Edinburgh will generally pay you better than elsewhere in Scotland. But when you compare it to the likes of London, yeah, you're not being paid that great. But everything is still expensive because it's a tourist city. And it's also got its own universities that bring in people from all around the world who are relatively well off. Which means prices go up, but wages aren't going up to make up for it. Commands seem to be... The commands aren't broken, you silly person. Worm, cat, or banana? Worm, cupworm. Yeet, never mind, it's just Conjuror being bad at naming things. I'm not bad at naming things. And look, everything is in the description. Because it's not just any worm, it's a cupworm. Alan just wants to insult me, he does. I'll do anything until Alan's like, yeah, that's bad. But, you know, it's not fun. But, you know, bad at naming things. You know, you're terrible painter. That's what Talan says. He says you're bad at painting. You shouldn't paint. So mean. So mean. He doesn't say he thinks it at the very least. That's what he thinks. Evil. Ow! Stop yeeting things at me! Lump snake. I've hidden the instructions on the top of a mountain. What do you mean? Opening the description is the easiest thing in the world. Okay, maybe not the easiest thing, but it's still pretty easy. It's not like climbing to the top of a mountain. It's right at the top of the description. You don't even have to scroll. And all the prices are listed, including how quickly you can get the sprinkles. I wonder if because members can get sprinkles faster, if it counts as a premium currency or not. Because Britain now has laws against it, or trying to introduce laws against premium currencies in games. Like, you know, gems and stuff. Hi, Kale, how you doing? Opening description hides alive. It doesn't on any of my times I've opened it. You just need to get good to learn. Why are you so bad at opening descriptions? Feels like a skill issue. When I woke today, I wanted nothing more than to yeet stuff. Oh, what happened? Why did you wake up and just choose violence? You're smoking on that pipe if you think sprinkles can't has premium currency. Look, I have to be careful. I don't want to break the law. If you don't get as premium currency, okay, I'm going to introduce. If you super chat or donate, every single pound you give gives you 100 sprinkles. You already broke the law, man. I don't think I've ever broken the law. Alarm, when did I break the law? Never. See? Except in video games, that's fine. It's a video game. Unless you're an evangelical American Christian, in which case, maybe not. Hope can't exist. Laws broken. Okay, the laws of physics and nature are broken by my very existence, but that's because it's like, hey, you know, that child shouldn't have survived all that we threw at it. I know, broke the law. Did you see that? Yes, I have. I was talking about it yesterday for the last half hour of the stream, or last 40 minutes, something like that. And we've been talking about it on the Discord. Oh gosh, I missed that then. Oh, whatever, I can redo the black there. Looks like the Saturnine Dreadnought's got to be a big old chunky boy. Assuming it's either 100mm.
Then say in short, what do you think about them?
Or 120mm. You literally run a speakeasy during the cola prohibition.
You literally run a speakeasy during the cola prohibition. You came into the world breaking the law.
Oh, religious cults with the intent of taking over government. I've never done that. Ow! I mean, I have Cuptopia, but that's its own government. We're not planning to take over anyone else's. It's looking better now. Yeah. There we go. I accidentally put some copper at the back of that black streak. Ugh. You also keep talking over Cuptle, very illegal. Yeah. What do I think about them? I was telling you what I think about them before you even said it. I was like talking about the Saturnine thing as a chunky boy, but if you want to see what I thought about them, yes, in full, yesterday. You keep people in your basement. I don't keep anyone in my basement. I don't even have a basement that anyone knows of. I am anyone. No, you're not. You're not anyone. I don't keep anyone there. And if Talan is anyone, then obviously he's not there because anyone isn't in my basement because I don't have a basement that anyone knows of. What do you hope they will feel during School Fest? What I really hope they will feel is actually I think it's called Koresh or something like that. Do you know? Equivalent of Korea in Warhammer. I'm hoping they reveal that faction. I don't think they ever will because, you know, it's silly. Well, it's not silly. Because it'll be a big load of work. But you could add it as a Beastman faction. It could be added as a Beastman faction. It could be theoretically added as a Slaanesh faction. It could be added as a, probably not a cafe faction, a chaos faction maybe. It's very, very unlikely that they'll do such a thing. And I'd only want them to reveal it if it's not part of the 3 factions that are getting released. Or if it's in addition to those, the 3 factions, because each of the factions should come with an, whatever. It starts 22nd. I probably won't watch it. Oh wait, it's not a stream, is it? It's just a long video, isn't it? Maybe. I don't know. Or is it a stream? I don't know. I've not paid attention. I'll just plan to look at the results of it after it occurs. I could maybe stream it. Who turned you into a cat? I arrested. No, it's a stream on Twitch. It's on Twitch. I don't watch Twitch. Twitch is evil. Screw Twitch. Keep it on YouTube. But yeah, I'm really hoping they release the snake people effectively. Like, even if it's not a playable faction, just adding it as like a faction that exists in the game would be really, really fun. But I can imagine adding a new race pack would be ridiculous amount of work, because you'd have to have... What I'm thinking or hoping they'll do is actually add a Snake Man unit to the game, or do like a couple of them. So like, and a hero. So you get a snake hero for like Slaanesh and a snake lord for Slaanesh. And you get 2 Slaanesh snake units maybe. Like snake people with halberds or sword and shield, and snake people with bows and arrows. That would be really fun. And then you could have like a Koresh faction that is just, you know, for snake people. So I don't know. Yeet. Ow! Why does everyone yeet at me to say hello? I don't need any more potassium in my diet. Hi, Sky Cow. Love you all, by the way. I've not been doing that for stream. But I don't know what other things I would want in the stream. I mean, I would like them to like give us a full idea, or at least a good idea of what's going to be in the Slaanesh DLC. I'd prefer if Koresh wasn't Slaanesh, but if it had to be Slaanesh, I'd be fine with it. Only 2 snakes, heresy. I'm asking for each of the 3 factions get at least 4 snakes. I don't know what the other factions will be. People speculate it's probably going to be High Elves, in which probably they do need a rework, and they do have other units that aren't out yet, so Nazca would be nice if that's one of them, if they get a full proper rework. Vatonia would be too... I hope it's not Cafe. It's unlikely to be Greenskins because they just got one. Although Greenskins do still have a lot of units to come out. We could also be getting potentially a vampire faction, because I imagine she might be put into Cafe, because there's room in Cafe and we've already had them start to be using that. I say Cafe, I think she's got to be put where effectively Korea is in the Warhammer world. Like that, I mean. So I imagine the other 2 factions might be near her. Maybe you might get a High Elf faction on the islands that currently have the High Elves. And you might have the vampire faction replaced with an actual cafe vampire faction. I think that would be really cool if that's what happens. And then you can actually give them. What vampire faction would make Slaanesh to be fighting Slaanesh? I think it would be more territorial. Because the last DLC we got, the 3 of them weren't that connected to one another. In fact, one of them was over in Nustria, one of them was over in the Badlands, and one of them was over in the north of the Empire. None of them are that really related to one another in lore, and they weren't really expected to fight each other. This time, though, I'm hoping they go with something that makes more sense with them being together, because I think that was one of the reasons why the last DLC fell kind of flat. As it didn't fall flat, it just wasn't as popular as the other one. They were connected by the fact they were not connected at all, LMAO. Yeah. So I'm hoping they do them kind of connected, because people have been wanting, you know, since they introduced the vampires in Cafe. It's just a random vampire faction in Cafe. You got Clan Eshin there, you've got some random orcs there. But it'd be really funny if the vampires that start there got replaced by an actual Cafean vampire, and because he could add all sorts of units. One for vampire units that haven't yet been added in from old edition books. Maybe they're connected by the fact that they're melee lords known for being good at fighting. Maybe? But Gorbad Ironclaw is mostly known for being a tactician rather than a fighter. I mean, he's still a very good fighter, but he's not anything amazing by war boss standards. No one ever wants to duel. I'm sorry, IRS. Well, what else was the... I'll fight you. Everyone's now trying to duel iOS. Erland challenged him. Ireland challenged iOS. Maybe we're connected by the love of money. Nah. Well, one of them collected money, one of them collected skulls, and one of them collected parts of the Empire. Oh gosh, iOS just got crit. Oh, Erland just got crit. iOS dodged. Oh, if you can't dodge this, Erland, iOS has won. This is what you get for challenging someone with a battle axe and a spell book. The last DLC was seriously lacking narrative. Yeah. The previous DLC benefited from the fact there was an entire book around their narrative. You know, Malachi, Elisif, and Tomakan, they were all related because they're in the same story. Well, was it even a book that they were in? No, it was like the Forge World releases. But yeah, it'd be really funny if they created more narrative. Oh yeah, Battle Royale, we've not had one in ages. 2 crits in a row. Chomp, 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 chomp. Where are we dropping, boys? Oh my goodness, where am I? Where am I? I need to live. I need to live. There I am. Get the health kit. No, someone else got it. Oh, I'm being bamboozled. iOS looks like they're down already. Erland's down. Oh no. Everyone's exploding. Oh no. I'm still alive. Bailey, don't kill. Oh, Bailey got me. Oh, Nick the Salamander did. It's raining punches. Oh no. Oh no. Bug's still around. Nick's still around. Kill's barely got any life left. Oh, Kill and Bug just team. Oh, but he got killed. He got Bug one. Bug one. There you go. We're back. We're back. One for Battle Royale plus 500 sprinkles. Such a vicious battle for just 500 sprinkles. Yeah, you can also win sprinkles by winning for Battle Royale, that I forget to do. Bug third partying like a boss. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff we could add if they had cafe vampires in. Like, you could add hopping zombies in. You could add a new type of zombie dragon into it. That would be cool. Like, based on the cafe and dragons. But I doubt they'd add that. Oh, wait a minute. The third son. Make him a vampire dragon. Do you know the missing kid of the Celestials? The one that is not in yet. Not the third one, the fourth one, sorry. Make them a vampire. That would be so cool. But yeah, you've also got all sorts of fun, you know, Eastern vampires and zombie stuff from lore and ghosts, which would be really fun to add into the game. You kind of wish we had a game, Conquest of the Koresh narrative. Yeah. For ways I can imagine from adding Koresh in without changing the game, like adding a new faction to the game, is if I add it as a Norscan faction, if I add it as a Slaanesh faction, or if they add it, although to be honest, if they add it as a Slaanesh faction, I'd want another faction in Koresh that is, you know, not corrupted by Slaanesh, because it just feels weird to have all of the snake people represented by Slaanesh. Other way you could add it, Warriors of Chaos would be the other way you'd add them in. I don't think they'd add a Warriors of Chaos faction in yet, because they've already got so many of them. Yeah, make her a vampire. Ceridwen won for Jewel. Or Declan Arbol, and a third dude. Had Arbol a second time. You got ate by a shark. Yeah, I mean, don't fight Ceridwen. Ceridwen is actually a shark. He just pretends to be a cupcake. It's actually a bat shark. Yum, 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 yum. Don't eat cupcakes, Ceridwen. Cupcakes are friends, not food. That includes IRS. I should have been painting instead. I got distracted by School Fest. Oh, but anyway. It's like 7 o'clock, so, you know. We did get some good painting on. We got this guy. Look how cool. He's already looking so much cooler, even though he's got so much left to do. Oh, goodness. Ow. What else could... Oh, Beastmen. They could add QS as like a Beastman faction. But I don't think they'll be very good for that. Unless they like, give them their own unique mechanic where they can actually occupy settlements. Which would make them just less beastman-y. Ow! You need to rust that carpet, thank you. Ow. It's meant to be brass and it's meant to be gold. I'll just start with a coppery base for them. The final shade that they're gonna be is like this.
Na 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 bat shark.
That was terrible. Na 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 na. I can't do it either. I forgot. You just completely broke my brain cup, so I can't remember. Batman. Na 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 na. Batman. Batman. There we go.
I am not a singer. I am a poet.
Na 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 na. Batman. Bat shark. Bat shark. Bat shark. Imagine if they add Ind, but make it a hub of beastmen. That's the two theories of them adding Ind. Is they add the Monkey King as a cafe faction, which has beastmen in it, or they add beastmen, which have cafe beastmen in it. You know, tigermen in it. There is a theory that if they do add Ind in, it'll be Monkey King leading a bunch of beastmen with a second faction nearby of beastmen who have the same beastman units in them. Those are three theories technically I've heard of how they're probably going to add Ind. I think one of them mentioned that they actually wanted to add the Monkey King into the game, and they wanted to give him Beastman. So like one of the developers or something in one of their commentaries. So it sounds like that to us, but ain't adding Ind. They might be. Dude, they're gonna milk Warhammer 3 forever. That means they're adding Ind. I don't think they'd add Ind as a faction, but I think they would make use of the territory of Ind. One of the things they have said is that they do want to make use of all the territories they added into the game originally. So, you know, all the areas where you can't go currently, what you can see from on the map, they want to use that. I think they won't add Ind as its own faction. I think they'd add Ind as just a cafe faction with Beastmen. They just start milking harder. The cow is full. They are not rubbing hard enough. True. Bye-bye, iOS. Practice fire test. Study hard. I don't want to study, but I know I need to study. You're preparing for the next trimester. Oh my goodness. Everyone's preparing for tests and stuff. Weeb was here earlier. Sky Cow needs to study. iOS needs to study. And I don't think I should hold you up any longer. What's happening? Let's look. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to end the stream now then. So, love hearts to you all. Because I want to do some stuff this evening anyway. I'll try getting some more painting done today and tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get metals done before Sunday. If I stream tomorrow, I might do a member stream where we paint some more of the pieces. I have to get the thumbnails done first though. Now, India being filled with beastmen is diabolical. No, India is full of tigermen. I believe the official law is something like India is full of a noble warrior tiger race or something. And a other sort of, you know, animal race. It's not beastmen as in chaos beastmen. It's beastmen as in people who just happen to look like beasts. For intelligent, for noble, for wise sorts of thing. I don't think they get along with Cafe at all. I like to hear Cupcake in the background going shabba dabba 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 dooba dabba dabba dooba dooba dabba dooba while it's relaxing. While you study, it's relaxing. It's not distracting me talking about Warhammer, is it? Okay, I'm gonna just like go like this for like 2 hours then. Shabba dabba 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 shabba 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 shabba. Change out, deflect. Change out. Oh no, kick. Ah, change out. That was a change out as a gun. Ah! I'm alive! Power armor saved me! We can't hit one another. Power armor too strong. Let's just hug instead. Hug. Kiss. I love you, brother. I love you too, brother. No homo, brother. Oh, the homo, brother. Clip it, post it as a short. Sky Cow will give it views. I'll just do a 10-hour thing of it. It's just as my book is in Spanish. If I don't put in the effort to understand you, I can study real chill. Exactly. Yeah. But anyway, it's 7:15. I don't want this stream to overrun forever. So I will actually be saying bye-bye. So goodbye. I'm sorry if it helps you. You can watch the VODs if you want. I got VODs you can watch. Yeah. Just give me some more watch hours. Every watch hour is another penny in my pocket. Goodbye, everybody. I love you all. Yeah. And remember, take care of yourselves. Be kind to others. And vice versa. Work hard, play harder. Eat good food. Sleep well. Dream of cupcakes, but don't eat the cupcakes. They're friends, not food. Yeah. Love heart. Bye-bye. See you all on Friday. We'll be playing more Warhammer Total War. We got zombos. So many zombies. Yeah. And study hard, everybody. Study hard. Bye, Cola! Yeah! We love Cola.